Hey guys, welcome back to a new episode of The Life of a Makeup Artist. So it is officially fashion month. September is the beginning of a crazy time in the fashion and beauty scene. Now, when we think about Fashion Week, we think about the fashion. We think about all the makeup looks and today I wanted to talk about my favorite products, but only products that are drugstore. You see, for a long time, I would, before I was doing Fashion Week and all of that, I would be looking backstage and seeing like what looks were being created, and a lot of the trends and a lot of the makeup trends come from this time, Fashion Week, what's on the runway. People might see things that they want to recreate, and a lot of the times these looks are created with products that are not always affordable. So Maybelline sponsors a ton of shows for Fashion Week. Actually, they sponsor most of it. And then you'll have shows from like Chanel, Dior. You'll see brands like NARS and MAC. And sometimes we just don't have MAC money or NARS money or Dior money. So I just wanted to let you guys know some of my favorite products that are drugstore that I always have in my kit. And if I don't have it, I'm like upset. I know earlier this summer we did my 5 best products, and that was just for the heat and things like that. These are going to be completely different. If you are looking for affordable goodies to add to your personal makeup or to your kit, then this episode is for you. So the first one, which you may or may not know that I already love if you follow me on Instagram, is Willeta Skin Food. Now, Willeta Skin Food is something you can find in Whole Foods. It's not very expensive, and I really, really love it. Now, this can be used as a mask. It can be used on the face and on the body, and I use it all the time. I feel as though this is like, it heals my skin. So during the spring, it was still cold, so I feel like it was more of it was Sprinter, definitely. It was Sprinter. And I had a little patch on my leg, and it's like on my thigh, and I was just like, what is this? Because this never really happens to me, right? But I've had, eczema and all these things growing up. So I looked at this little patch and I was like, girl, where did you come from? And I tried to put some amlactin on it, and it didn't really work. So I was like, you know what? Let me take some of this Willeta Skin Food, put it on it, and we'll see what it does. The very next day, I kid you not, this thing was it didn't completely go away, but it was like, I would say 85% better. So if you have not tried Skin Food, I will highly recommend it. I believe they come in like smaller sizes if you just want to test it out. But honestly, if you don't like it for your face, I would still buy it, especially because now, I live in New York. I know you guys, not all of you live in a place that gets cold, but I would highly recommend it, especially like on the elbows and using in those areas if you don't want to use it on your face. And it's pretty affordable, so you can just buy the regular size. They've also expanded their line into like body butter and lip butters. It's called a lip butter, but I think the original formula is OG. The second one is Thayer's Witch Hazel. Now, the witch hazel that I like to use is always an alcohol-free formula. They have different ones, but I like the rose one. I believe they have like a lavender one. I'm not sure what other ones they have, but I was walking into Target one day with a friend of mine. I think he was looking for like some shaving thing, and I'm just like minding my own business. And I, looking around, and now mind you, I have a big bottle of Thayer's at home, and I like to put some in a spray bottle because it's just so convenient. But I'm walking around and I see this travel size bottle of Thayer's Witch Hazel, and I was just like, I'm gonna buy you because, one, you're convenient, and you're so cute. And it was not a lot. I think I paid like $4 for it. And I like to use this because, models, they go through so much during fashion week, from it might be a smoky look, it might be glitter, it might be some crazy thing, and their skin is just going through the ringer. So, for me, it's my job really to make sure that I'm taking care of their skin and making sure that I'm using products that are gentle and, just making sure that, I am prepping their skin properly for what I'm going to do and not just like wiping their skin off with a dusty old wipe or something. So the next one is my brow pencils. Now, MAC used to be my OG brow pencil, I'll be honest. And if you've known me, you know that I've spoken about this before. MAC old brow pencils were my OG. Those were the ones that I looked to re-up my kit with all the time. Now, MAC changed their brow pencils. So I haven't really been loyal to anybody. You know what I mean? And I have like Marc Jacobs, I have Wanda Beauty, which I love. I have CoverGirl, I have Maybelline, I have Senna. I have so many different brands that I use. But I would definitely say that the Maybelline one is the one that I've been re-upping the most in my kit. And re-upping, I mean like replenishing, by the way. But the Maybelline ones, I like them because one, there's a brush at the end, and then two is because the point of this pencil is so fine and I'm able to like create any shape. Even if it's not fine enough where it's too sharp and it looks like liney, it still gives me room to play. If I want to make like a fluffy brow, I can comb through it, but the colors are just spot on. And I believe it's about, if I'm not mistaken, it's not more than like $8. Usually, sometimes different drugstores have different prices. So you might walk into Duane Reade in Manhattan, and Duane Reade in Brooklyn might have completely different prices. But I believe it's like not more than $7 to $8. So my next one is another OG product that I've been using for years and years, and that is Aquaphor. So Aquaphor for me is the perfect lip balm. Now, I have my favorites. I like Laneige, I like Lush, I like those are like my top favorite. Innisfree has one that I really like too, the Lip Sleeping Mask from Innisfree. But all of these are not as accessible. So the Aquaphor is something that I will highly, highly recommend because it doubles as, just like Willeta skin food, it doubles as something that you can use on your body. And I love that Aquaphor is kind of like, revolutionizing skincare, and they're coming out with their sprays and different things like that. And sometimes when you look at older brands, brands that have been around for a really long time, you don't really like look for them for anything new. I have yet to try this because I'm like big on my Eucerin body lotion. But yeah, and actually that is the next one, my Eucerin body lotion. Now, everyone asks, how do you get that glow on the skin? The face is one thing, but my Eucerin Advanced Repair, write this down, pause it, I'm gonna wait for you. Eucerin body lotion in Advanced Therapy. They have like 3 different ones, and so one of them like dries more matte, one looks kind of normal, but the Advanced Therapy leaves like a nice glow on the skin. And sometimes for fashion week you don't necessarily always want that, but it's something I always keep in my kit because you just sometimes, even if I use a tiny bit and I mix it with something that isn't as shiny, it's definitely one of my like go-tos. And last but not least is my L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara. Now, there are so many mascaras that people, like everybody has their go-to mascaras. Some love Great Lash, some love falsies, mascaras that have been around for a while. But for me, the voluminous mascara is something that I'm always like reaching for. Now, I have tons of mascaras. I'm gonna tell you that. I have tons of mascaras, and for me, I'll even use this one personally. Like, I'll have one for my kid, one for me, and I feel like the volume that I always can rely on is in this mascara. So L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara, always a good choice. And I believe also this should not be more than like $9-10. But yeah, that is pretty much it. I'm trying to think of like what else I really love, and I think for drugstore products, those are definitely my go-tos. I'm so excited about this fashion week. I have tons of shows. My shows start this Friday. I'm gonna be doing Rag and Bone and Jeremy Scott. I have the honor of working with Diane Kendall and the amazing Kabuki. So if you guys follow over on The Life of a Makeup Artist, we're going to be covering shows, even the ones that I'm not at, and just looking at all the trends and the makeup looks. So don't forget to follow us over there, and you can find me also at Jaleesa Jaikaran. I am looking forward to the next episode, and I will see you guys